welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats and UFCU Stadium. This place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to inhabit these stands shortly. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Texas State Bobcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University. The Dukes have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. So Texas State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes for the first time as the starter this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So James Madison's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Bobcats want to move quickly. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Jackson will throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bobcats are moving quickly down the field.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Lyons. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers and freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bobcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, give on the inside. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Looking for space. It's Knight. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Bringing the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Pfeiffer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ellis. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Ellis. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Dukes getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Finally run out of bounds. Inside the 20-yard line, they'll mark it at the 18. And the Dukes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Dukes! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 11 over Kent State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Ellis. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Punt is in the air. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Bobcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Makes the catch. It's Sparks. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Wants to throw on 3rd. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lyons. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. They'll move the tight end. The give out of the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the O.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Dukes will send out the punt unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Bobcats will punt this one away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off from the shotgun. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw. It's Barnett. Here's the pressure. Keeps it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. Stumbled to the ground. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Bobcats want to crank the tempo. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Anderson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They get to the line quickly. Jackson will throw. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lyons. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burrell. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls it in. It's Pfeiffer. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Dukes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sparks. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw again. Got a man. It's Sparks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Grabs it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas State.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to UTEP. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The DBs will back off a bit. It's first and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Dukes will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Quarterback got it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Texas State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Pressure coming, trying to make magic with his feet. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabs it in the middle. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Quick release by the QB. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Finds the tight end. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He wants to throw it again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bobcats will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Working that wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Now this offense is back on the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
The Bobcats with the 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Sparks. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wide out. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Second down coming up.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A little release to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The kick is on its way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the back. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bobcats come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Jackson will throw. Gets it out fast. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against 3rd down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Grab near the marker. It's Sparks. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Bobcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He leaves it with his back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for 6. And it's his 4th interception of the game. At the 30. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Dukes. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas State, 7.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Rides the back and leaves it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Jackson gonna throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Burrell. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And the Bobcats will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll try the run. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He lost one down the sideline. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
On the play. 2nd down coming up.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Get it out on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Direct snap. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That makes the score. James Madison, 27. Texas State, 7.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Quarterback on the keeper. Shakes off the defender. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Got it looking for a first. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
That makes the score. James Madison, 30. Texas State, 7.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear
Brings it down on the right side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Jackson will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Got his man downfield. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Lost to throw again. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
PAT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
They're trailing by 14 to the Red Hawks of Miami. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker away.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Keeps looking downfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.